Thank you. Thank you. I probably had the most traditional background as a violinist. I was that stereotypical orchestra geek, and I embraced it. I was that kid that was always saying no to fun Friday night plans because I, of course, had rehearsal the next day. I learned all the Mozart there was. I was following all of the rules, and I was on that set path to hopefully one day join a symphony. But a few years ago, that path was altered for me one night when my mother revealed to me that she had just been diagnosed with breast cancer. That moment when you find out leaves you with all of these questions about what's to come. But her tears that night were not tears of the future, the chemo, the radiation. No, her tears were from the past. You see, for years at this point, she had worked at a job where she was slowly rising up the ranks. But this was the night she told me about her dream of opening a jewelry store and about how she always loved to work with her hands. She told me story after story of this ideal version of herself that had not been manifested yet. How her unique aspirations were limited by what other people told her was the safe thing to do and by the standards of the past. Fortunately, she's doing well now. She's healthy and she's thriving. But this conversation had a dramatic effect on how I viewed my own relationship to the world. I began to ask, was there an ideal version of myself that I was not reaching for because I was just following a standard way of thinking, and immediately my mind raced back to the violin. I always did have dreams of writing my own music, but I had never pursued it because classical music seemed like this immovable 400-year-old force, and who was I to challenge it? But now I felt inspired to view the music of Mozart not as the end-all, be-all of music, but as one person's beautiful perspective, and that I too had the capacity, the opportunity to offer my own. So soon after, I began to start composing my own music, including the piece that I just performed for you. And after about 20 years with the violin, I finally had begun to bring my own unique vision to the world instead of just playing notes that other people had written. The idea I would like to offer you today is this. When it comes to your life, personally, in your community, in your business, are you writing new music, or are you just playing notes that have been written in the past? Are you creating sounds for tomorrow, or are you just accepting the sounds from yesterday? And I literally mean the sounds, right? The inner voices in your head, the spoken culture in your organization, the limiting beliefs that something cannot be changed because it's been the same way for years. A mentor told me that anything created by a person can be changed by another. And I think it's a great quote. It definitely deserves a magnet spot on the fridge. But today I'd like to offer something different and change that a bit. I'd like to offer you that anything created by a person should be changed by another. Our greatest value is not in us as individuals with separate good ideas. It's in our collective mindset. It's in the diversity of experience, pain, passion, stories, and knowledge that we can connect, combine, and build from together. It's time for us to redefine how we perceive these untouchable creations of others and from the past, whether it be Mozart or whether it be Thomas Edison or any great innovator from today. We can get so entranced in their story, their brilliance, their genius, that we miss the point. And the point is that the true product of their labor was not the policy, the piece of music, or the patent. Their true product that they gave the world was their mindset. It was their spirit of risk-taking and radical collaboration that we should all learn from and feel inspired to create more. History, by definition, cannot be changed. That gives us certainty. As humans, certainty gives us comfort, and comfort is what really leads to a lack of motion, a lack of progress. And so the question it truly comes down to when we talk about innovation is, what do you seek? What do you seek? As an individual, do you just seek this comfort, or do you seek an ideal new version of yourself? In your organization, your work, do you just seek approval based on old linear standards, or do you seek to inspire wonder? What do you seek? We must position the ideas of others and the ideas of the past so they do not anchor us down, but so that they can propel us forward and empower us to add our own unique twist to the equation. I'd like to perform one more piece for you all that was created off of this idea of building from others. It's an original composition in which I add my own interpretation to little Michael Jackson.